Today I'm gonna try to show you how we do our underpinning kits. It's pretty easy. It's just gonna take a few steps. And later on, we'll show you how to build porches, exact measurements, everything, straight through the whole process, along with how we do driveways. It's pretty simple here in South Carolina. One of the first things we have to do is set up and cut stakes. I'll show you what that is now.
When it comes to treated wood, you should never have scraps. Anything over 16 inches, we take it and cut it up into 2x2s. This will save you a fortune, because if you try to cut a 2x2 up into a stake, you just waste the money. A lot of people do this with a table saw. Well, we don't have a table saw out here. And no, we don't have to mark every board.
What he's doing with the saw is this little piece right here. That means that's 1.5 inches. That's why he knows to use that as a guide. You don't have to mark every single one of them. All right, come here, we're gonna take a look at this. First thing he's gonna do, he's gonna level down right here to find out exactly where the trailer needs to come down and where we put the boards at. That's where the underpinning is gonna be. Then we gotta pull string lines from there. What he's doing is using one board up front to gauge it. That's gonna be 1.5 inches that has to come out. And then he drives the back one down.
The reason why we set it back 1.5 inches is to allow for the 2x6. Now we'll put the outside face in 2x6, flush with the vinyl. And to be 100% honest with you, I don't know how in the hell he's slinging that hammer like that on that house. After you get stiles on both ends, you can pull a string line, and then you can start spreading the stakes out. We put the stakes every 8 to 16 feet. You see how it drops 2 there? That's gonna be on a splice. You have to make sure there's no grass, nothing touching that string line. Anything that touches can make it wave. And the string line's there to give you a straight edge or a straight line. And when you guys are digging down, make sure you don't go down more than 1.5 inches to 2 inches. You don't want more of that 2x6 under the dirt than is above the dirt.
Right on time, those are the source bringing material out for us. That's a front fork package and a bottom band for the. So now that we got it all cleared out, ready to go, we put these about every 8 foot apart. We got 2x6 by 16, so it works out perfectly. We start by measuring the end down here, cut one exactly the length, the width of the trailer, or the mobile home. And when we place that down, we just make sure the ends are level. What he's doing here, he's gonna level down, make sure that's butt end, cut this first 2x6 the width of the mobile home, and goes down there. We just butt into that and take off for the next run. Make sure you use galvanized nails or screws. He drives a nail on top, that way we can pull a string line from one end to the other, see about keeping it level.
He set the nail in 1.5 inches, that way it lined with the backside of the board. This is what happens when you pull the string too tight. Getting ready for the 2x6 is the hardest part about the whole job. But if anybody's ever weeded next to vinyl before, you know it's worth it. This might cost you a little extra time, but I guarantee it's gonna save you a hell of a lot of extra money. I've been doing my skirting kits like this for over 30 years. It's really hard to believe that's one of the first jobs I ever got, working on my own. I had 2 guys working on the back of the house, 2 guys working on the front. This ain't the way these guys like to work, but I got them to do it for me. I wanted to get this tutorial done on the underpinning today. These guys want to build the porches, everything all in one day.
We had this up in no time. These little warning labels are there for a reason. Make sure you don't put the screws or nails right in there when you're attaching the band.
Now you see how it's supposed to finish out. Marlon's already started spreading the dirt back up against the 2x6. While we've been working on this, these guys have been working on 4 or 5 driveways getting them poured this morning. I'm telling you, I got a great group of guys. This is what we do different than most people. We stockpile stuff so we don't have to run and pick it up every time. Come take a look. It seems like a lot, but after stockpiling this, they take it off our pile, load it up here, run it over to the job. We're 2 minutes away. As you see, we got everything fenced in with barbed wire. One of the first things the guys got to do is put this channel down. This channel's going to sit right on top of your flush. And they're going to screw down inside the grill too. Next thing we got to do, we're going to have to notch this piece right here to put a push so the vinyl can go around. There's another piece that goes here. We're going to get that straight to you in a second. He's notching this so it's been around the corner. What we do to be able to cut the vinyl side, just turn the skill saw blade around backwards, makes it easy peasy. With this skirting kit, every panel is perforated down the middle. That allows airflow. I advise all my guys to use eye protection and ear protection. As you can see though, nobody listens. It's probably because they can't hear me from not using ear protection. Since we had a pads put in it, our lots are pretty level. But just in case you're not, take a look what we did here. We just dropped down about 2 or 3 inches on this board here and keeping everything level. The stagger joint looks a lot better than it running down here. Just remember, no more than 2 inches in the dirt. If you got a real uneven lot, you might want to go to a 2x8, maybe even a 2x10. Just make your 2x2s a little longer.
All right, this is back rail. This is what the vinyl comes up to at the bottom. What it is, see that little lip? Take it. And it tucks right under the bottom. That way you don't have any worries about any kind of leaks. And that see right there, just put a couple screws in. There you go inside. Yeah. See, I done messed up. Tuck the thing in. All right, got it, brother.
It wasn't but a ½ inch. You didn't have to call me out.
It's only been 30 years since I've done one. Crap we have left out of these panels. That ain't bad.
You have to notch these corner posts to allow the vinyl panel to slide up behind them. Just make sure you notch both sides, otherwise you can be sitting there a while trying to get it in.
When it comes to the corners, we fold the corner to begin with. This makes it a real nice look.
After you get corner on, you can start going in both directions. They just slide in just as easy as this. Since the panel is only 2 foot tall, we can span these things 6 to 8 feet before we have to level up. All you have to do is stretch it, put a little torpedo level on it, and screw it at the top and the bottom.
Top rail. This is what covers all this up and hides all the cuts and stuff. It just pops in place just like this. I know we couldn't have done it without them. These are actually the nails that generally come with it to pin down that bottom rail, but that's why I just don't like that. Plus, it gets beat up by the weed eater, but you got to make sure you guys do not bury this board too far in the ground. If it's more than 2 inches in the ground, you wasted money. I think it took the guys maybe 3 hours in all to do all of it. That's actually running the wires to the house, the plumbing to the house, and putting underpinning on. I say 3 hours. We're still working on it, but they're only a few minutes away. But we don't generally have 4 guys working on the same thing like we did on the underpinning. It's just too hot for me out here, so I want to get it done quick. Show you guys what's going on. Not really too hot for me, but too hot for the phones. I've already had to change out phones 3 times because it keeps heating up. But guys, that sure make it look easy. You gotta see how this piece really works there. It really locks in and holds it in place. That way the wind blows it, you're still good to go. This is what I'm talking about, putting the right team together. You got one man there popping the top rail in, another guy popping the panels in place, one guy coming around the corner. Lunch delivered, no need to leave the job. Lunch is here, but they're not going to stop till it's finished. Gun these ports, you got to make sure you don't nail it to the house or you void the warranty. These guys done this while I was going to lunch.